Every year, the average person loses hundreds of dollars to subscriptions they forgot, sale prices that hijack their judgment, and payment systems engineered to make spending invisible. Nobody forced them. Nobody lied. Every button, every default, every countdown timer you've ever seen was designed by a team of behavioral scientists whose only job was to make you spend more. And it works, even on people who know it's happening. In 2008, Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein published Nudge, a book that formalized what corporations had already been doing for decades. The concept? Choice architecture, the deliberate design of decision environments that predictably alter behavior, without restricting options, without lying, and without your awareness. Thaler won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2017 for this work. His core finding: how a choice is presented matters more than the choice itself. The default setting that keeps you subscribed, the green checkout button, the pre-ticked donation box, none of these feel like manipulation. Every single one is. In 1974, Kahneman and Tversky ran a simple experiment. They spun a wheel, rigged to land on either 10 or 65, then asked subjects to estimate the percentage of African countries in the UN. People who saw 65 guessed higher. People who saw 10 guessed lower. The number was completely arbitrary. It didn't matter. That's anchoring. The first number you encounter in any transaction becomes the reference point against which every subsequent judgment is made. A jacket listed at $500, crossed out, now $200. Your brain doesn't ask whether $200 is fair. It measures $200 against $500 and registers a win. Retailers have weaponized this. The original price on a sale tag frequently never reflected a price the item actually sold at. It exists for one purpose: to make the discounted price feel rational. A 2012 study in the Journal of Consumer Research confirmed what makes anchoring so effective. Even when subjects were explicitly told the anchor was arbitrary, it still influenced their estimates. Awareness doesn't neutralize it. Free trials require your credit card up front, not because the company needs payment information to hold your spot, because the act of entering it creates psychological commitment before a single charge appears. You've already said yes. Canceling feels like an active decision. Doing nothing feels like staying the course. A 2022 University of Chicago study found consumers spend an average of $133 per month on subscriptions they forgot or no longer use. Not $10, $133 monthly. And then there's the transaction itself. In 2001, Prelec and Simister at MIT documented what they called the pain of paying, a measurable neural response triggered by spending cash. Physical money makes loss visceral. You feel it leaving. Credit cards, digital wallets, one-click checkout, all engineered to eliminate that sensation entirely. A 2016 meta-analysis in the Journal of Consumer Research found people consistently spend 12 to 18% more when paying by card versus cash. Not occasionally, every time. The friction wasn't removed for your convenience, it was removed for their revenue. Only 3 left. Sale ends in 47 minutes. 12 people are viewing this now. These aren't informational. They're neurological triggers designed to activate the amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for threat detection and survival response. Rational deliberation slows. Urgency takes over. Robert Cialdini documented this mechanism in Influence in 1984. Companies operationalized it before the ink dried. Amazon has been cited in multiple European consumer protection investigations for countdown timers and low stock warnings that don't reflect actual inventory levels. The trigger works regardless of whether the scarcity is real. That's the point. 3 things: specific, not motivational. 1. Audit every subscription from your bank statement, not your memory. Memory is where forgotten subscriptions hide. Cancel anything you haven't actively used in the last 30 days. 2. Add friction to discretionary spending. A separate account for impulse purchases, deleted card details that require re-entry, cash for anything that isn't a fixed expense. Friction is the only consumer protection that actually works in real time. 3. When you see a sale price, ask one question: would I buy this if no original price were shown? If the answer is no, the anchor is doing exactly what it was designed to do. You are not making financial decisions in a neutral environment. You never have been. Every interface, every offer, every default has been engineered, deliberately, scientifically, systematically, to extract money before you notice it's gone. The companies running these systems aren't smarter than you. They've just spent decades studying your psychology, and most people never study back.